So, welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are excited for this episode because I sure am. Wonder what that can go to. 1800 millihog. It's a Venom. It kind of needs some batteries, huh? Not bad for being free. I do not say so myself. And, I do not like usually putting price on things, but this channel is for as cheap as we can make our RCs. So, we're going to throw some Dean plugs on this and convert whatever I have for it to come on Dean plugs. What do we have next? That kind of looks like another one. Don't worry, cells aren't bad. Cracked casing, so threw a little tape on there to kind of help it. Yeah, did have a little bite down here, so don't worry. I taped each one individually with electrical tape first, and then I went over both of them to hold them steady with duct tape. Don't worry, play it smart. Always use electrical tape. Always be safe with your batteries. But this one has Tamiya plugs. I might have to convert those to Dean sooner or later. Always want to run with Dean plugs. They're just a whole lot better in my opinion. Let's toss that off to the side. I wonder what those could actually go for. How about a Traxxas Bandit promo? This was also given to me by another buddy of mine. Oh, sorry guys. Hit the table there. So, what are we going to do with this? Now, if you could tell, I actually did go through. Here, let me actually move you guys closer here. Get you guys a better view. Alright, there we go. There's a better view there. So, if you could tell, there's no knobbies on these tires like there usually would be. No, it did not come like that. Same with the backside. See, the backside does not have them either. The reason for that is actually because instead of making this a dirt buggy, I actually want to turn this into just a little basher, a little street racer. Nothing special with it. Sorry guys. Didn't really think this camera angle through a little bit here. So there's a couple of things to this. Now, this was given to me by a buddy of mine. I'm not going to say his name either, just because I doubt that he would want me to either. We'll find out. The body is actually in very good condition. No cracks. It is a little bent right there. Not a big deal. This is an original promo. I looked it all up. So just going to toss that aside. Now, if you can look here at the plumbing, you're just like, what's going on here? Don't worry, guys. The reason why I did this is a wire sheath, that actually goes in real cars. And yes, there is duct tape. I know it looks horrible, guys. Don't worry. I just ran out of electrical tape. That will be changing soon to make it look a lot better. But it's just to get that little extra shield. Kind of clean up the plumbing a little bit. Not a big deal. I did find out that the ESC is not waterproof. So we need to be a little careful with that. Hence the reason for some of the extra protection. It is also running, I don't know if you guys can see that there. Yeah, okay, let me bring it a little closer. It's running the Traxxas AM FM radio. It's the 2019 receiver. Okay, there's a little glitching with the receiver. I kind of expected though. I mean, honestly, with how old this thing is, I'm not very surprised. So let's go ahead and switch the camera angle here. I'm having a hard time make sure we're getting good shots. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see if this is zoomed in. No. Sorry guys, hold on. Bear with me. There we go. Sorry. Tablet's being a little special right now. Alright, so what we're going to do with this is actually slide y'all back here, get a better shot, so I'm not so far back on my little table here. We need to actually lubricate bearings. The car was not very maintenance too well, which I'm not going to complain about. Believe it or not, everything is original. Has your original ESC back here is the VXL1. Let me turn that around here. The original VXL1. I would pull it out, but because of the plumbing in the back for the motor, the wires are a pain to get in and out. Plumbing down here to the AM/FM receiver box. I did, if you could tell here, I did end up, the on and off switch is not there anymore. The reason why I left that plating there is, one, it's aluminum, it's unique, I haven't seen that before. Second is it's actually helping hide the servo wire. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it right in there, right by my thumb. So it slides down right in here, it comes along, actually wraps underneath our servo or receiver box, not servo, and then it wraps up here through this very, very tiny piece of sheath back here, you know, just kind of give it a little look. Don't worry, all the duct tape will be getting changed. Money is tight, you know, we'll get there. We're actually going to put a little bit of money into this. Not much, but, you know, a little bit. I'm going to trade, get as much as I can. It is running the original Stinger 20 turn motor. The motor is about shot, honestly, but for how old it is, I am honestly not surprised at all. The only thing is I do not have the right Allen key for the pinion set screw and the driveline set screw. The one thing I am loving about this car is it actually has drive lines to CVDs, not just dog bones or CVD axles. It does have a limited slip differential, or in other terms, open differential. I'm not really a fan of that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm honestly kind of thinking about, when I get the set screw, I'm gonna pull the whole transmission or gearbox, whichever you guys technically term. I'm gonna rip it all apart, and I'm thinking about actually locking up that diff and just making a straight locker. There's benefits to that. There's not as good benefits as well. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into her here. And you know, you can also tell what I was talking about with the plumbing. That's helping holding the ESC in. But that might be changing the location here too. You guys can tell it's just sitting right in there. It is velcroed in. I did change it. You know, took some of the screws out. Can never have too many spares. I was going to remount it somewhere, so I cut the tabs and, you know, all that stuff off of it. Oh, get your big hand out of the way. You can see right there, cut the tabs off of her. You know, it stays. She has had a couple pretty gnarly wrecks so far, and she stayed put. I'm actually pretty impressed. I originally got it. It did not have a battery or anything, so I couldn't test it. So that's where the plumbing and the cleaning up and the redesigning came from. Have no spacers in the shocks. If you guys don't know what spacers are, they go right here between your spring. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. Come right in here, and right between the spring and the dampener is actually spacers that can go in there to stiffen up your suspension. If you tell, it's just really floppy. I have that way for a reason, so when you're turning, it holds. It's easier to do burnouts with, donuts, you know, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm mainly just messing around with it in the garage or here in the shop studio. We might be changing inside. It's too cold to keep filming out here. I'm afraid I'm going to damage my tablet or something if I keep trying to video out here. So, you know, we're working on that. Haven't fully decided yet. So, yeah, let's go ahead, since we're about 10 minutes in, and actually get to these wheel bearings, huh? So let's go ahead and take these tires off. It is a pin driven. If you guys don't know what pin driven is, it means you have a little itty bitty pin. Let me see if I can zoom in here. You guys can see that little tiny pin right there, right in between the CVD. See me push on my thumb. That is pin driven. Let me show you the inside of the wheel. Oh, lighting is horrible over here. I am so sorry right now, guys. I'll show you guys the studio lighting and everything early or later. There you go. There's a better view. See, the pin comes right through the back of the hub, and the hub comes through the wheel, and you bolt it on. So yeah, that's a better view. Now let's go ahead and we might actually just leave to zoom in a little bit here for you guys, so a little easier to see. Trying to get better with all this. It's partially why I'm thinking about changing the studios, kind of make it a little bit better. There we go. Right, there is a little washer on the back of this. Now, there's not many videos of wrestler promos out there. You know, no reviews, no anything like that. So we'll go over those another time. You know, I'm also one of those people, is if you can't find it, it is, or if you don't understand it, it's a lot easier to find it, or, you know, find someone that has dealt with them prior. Okay, you guys can't see that. Let's put this back over there. That's a little bit better lighting. Let's see if I can get you guys in there. God, lighting is really horrible. I don't think I've ever had this bad of a lighting issue before. There you go. Give you guys a little bit of a better view. Definitely have to find a quieter system here. And all of these screws are Allen head or star key. Let me show you there. So don't worry, guys, I ain't hurting anything. I'm not using the wrong tools. Keep forgetting this is a ratchet wrench, a ratchet screwdriver. Now what I am doing is I am actually taking off the ridiculous plastic link, which I actually want to replace sooner or later. That is a whole different video for a whole nother time. So let's go ahead and pull the CVD out. You can see this CVD part of the driveline. So now we just need to come in here and try to get, let me get a different screwdriver. A million tools. Today is kind of just a go with it day. We're not, honestly, this is about fourth video I've done today. I'm kind of going with it at this point. So there's one wheel bearing and two wheel bearings. The wheel bearings are very, very tiny for this one. You see that there? Very, very tiny wheel bearings. But with the motor about seized up, we're going to try this. I may try to lubricate the motor too, but I'm honestly really worried about that actually damaging the motor. So what we're going to be using is probably not what everyone else is going to use, but we're going to go with it. It's actual lubricant. Got it from my local O'Reilly's, Napa, Walmart, pretty much wherever. You guys can end up finding it somewhere out there. So don't worry, guys. You will be able to find it. Just look. Or a couple of good things that I have read out there is cow RC cow lick or moose lick, marine grease. That really helps. Got that tip from RC Sparks. I'm gonna give a shout out to him. Cow lick from ESP. I'm gonna give a shout out to him. Coleman, aka Josh. I've been watching a lot of his builds lately. And you know, everyone pretty much uses a little bit of different things. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. Now, I'm not going to do this in the car because, like I said, everything is not waterproof. So, well, I'm pretty sure the motor is water resistant to a point. There's no such thing as waterproof. So we're just going to let those sit there for a minute. Actually, why not? They're done. Let's just go ahead and just shove those back in. Get done with. Smells like lube. That's what she said. Alright, got that side done. Let me find a rag here. Going on kind of nasty. You know, like I said, we're kind of going with it. This is definitely going to be a longer video, so bear with me on this one. Zoom you guys out here. Give you a little better view of what's actually going on here besides just looking at the ground. Alright. Clean up some of that so it's not spitting all over the place. Don't want it getting up and frying my ESC. Because I actually did find out the VXL1, they are not waterproof. So do not go driving those in the water. Drove mine in the rain the other day, not really being the smartest one out there, and it didn't damage anything. It still works good, but I also had my lid on it too. Was going to try to put it in the balloon. It's an old school trick if a lot of people don't know that. You could put your electronics in a balloon and zip tie it, and it kind of helps add as a little secondary protection there. A little harder to get water in there. Alright, you wanna we're going to go do this link off camera. It's already getting kind of long.